Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Plate. I hope everyone is having a good day. It's a hot one out there. Not sure if the humidity is the same as yesterday. Um, it's just been really hot. So I hope you guys are drinking a lot of water and that you guys are someplace where it's cool. Don't allow yourself to get dehydrated and just keep taking care of yourself, especially in this type of weather. So, how are you guys doing today? How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing great, and that things are going well. Take it one day at a time. So, here I am again today, just trying to get, like I said, my internet and cable set up. It's crazy in the area where I live because certain things they don't have here. And I have to creatively make some stuff work. But it is, it's moving along. It's just been a lot of like, uh, you know, um, a lot of work. Myself that I was able to do this was just happiness. Now, the manifest happen. Allow yourself to it festers into bitterness because when you allow that to happen, then you can't embrace your happiness and live your life to the fullest because you're stuck in a place of bitterness, which will manifest that. So, you guys know how I talk about many people, what they do. They judge a book by its cover without reading pages within. And it's so important not to do that because so many of us out here today have so many potentials and things going on in our life. What I do, people try to place negative stereotypes on. But in any event, it's always this. It's been a while ago. I think my son must have rented a space in a library, and I invited 7 women from different walks of life, of different experiences, etc. They RSVP for this. We sat, had coffee, blah blah, and I started talking to them about conflict, chaos, especially and chaotic and etc. They came on the conversation. Every woman, 7 women sitting at the table, every one of them had something to say about it and what, etc. And then after they all told me their story, I sat next to each one and I started to build on that. I have a small business about workplace conflict, but what I choose to focus on right now with it, is healing. Because as I don't just come on here and talk, I talk to people and find out what's going on with them, especially with grief and things like that. And people relate to this because, like I said in all of my prior videos, I'm going to say it again today. A lot of people do not openly communicate about their pain and grief, and, whatever else is going on within their lives. They just silently be in a place of pain. And that's why I created who are strangers, just experiences. And it was really a good time. It was like 2 hours of this, and we just bring them in and, like talking about this because that's outlet. When you have groups and places people can go and talk about these things, therapy is one thing, but regardless of our different culture, backgrounds, etc., as women, we go through a lot of similar experiences that we don't even talk about or share. And that was my way creatively to sit people down of different backgrounds to come together and talk. And everybody participated. And I got goosebumps after that because, the topic was a hot one and people were interested in the topic and everybody had something to say, you know, and it showed me that I was on the right path, with that. And then when I lost my mom, and my dog and other people, a good friend of mine during a shutdown, and people dying off like flies, in a domino effect. And as I started, I was a mess for a while, but as I started to take what happened to me and build from it and heal, then I started to talk to people before I got on this platform about healing. Because if I can do it and I don't have a physical support system except for God and my therapist, and I didn't have anyone that I could call up and, girl, this happened, that happened, etc., so forth. I didn't have that. I thought I had that. But once all this chaos and stuff started to happen, I realized I didn't have any of that at all. It was just an illusion. Let's say it like that, because people were there and, in my circle for the wrong reasons. I was there being subservient to them, but, no one was there for me. And I had to learn how to deal with everything that I was going through. And I gave it to God, as I talked about in a few videos prior to this one. And I started to grow. It took a long time, but the pain was so deep and it hurt so much. I just got up. Either, you're in a position where you either swim or you drown. And I knew I wasn't ready to drown, and I fought and fought and fought. And crawl, persevere, fight through. And I do that all the time. And now what I do today, guys, as because that happened back in 2020. And as I start to build up, I find creative ways to get things done, especially things I don't want to do or things that I have to do. I may put on some music, and the music may, through listening, help me to find a creative way to do something, and to help others. That's important, because a lot of people are probably going through the same thing that I went through. And sometimes I still go through with moments of grief. None of this is easy, but I persevere, fight, and bite through, because, like I said, as I take steps, God is behind me, taking 2 and 3. And not only that, my mom would never want me to be in a space for the rest of my life where I'm in pain and I'm grieving and depressed, etc. That's why I always encourage you guys about healing. Because as you start to heal of yourself, you want to, you get that desire to just take care of your physical and mental health, because that's everything. And without that, we're not learning. And I had to repeat. I don't like repeating lessons. I don't allow a lot of toxicity into my space or that comes around me. Sure, there's a little bit of this and that, but I'm talking about real toxicity, I always say. And I'm at the point in my life where I don't feel bad about it anymore, because I've gone through that so much that I've healed from it, and I don't want to go back, to that space, especially after I heal from it. If I can do these things, you guys can do it too. And when you get most broken, then, that's the time to reach out for a therapist, in your area, and Google one and start the process. And as you start to do that, you're going to find some creative way. And it's full, or life can be full of stress and negativity and bitterness. And when a person is in that space of bitterness and they are not doing anything to try to get themselves out of it, the life is no longer enjoyable. The person is just existing, and we never want to be in a space where we just exist. It's always important to embrace life to the fullest. And we're going to have days where we can do that, and other days where we don't feel well. And that's okay, because we're all human. I have those as well. But the key factor is to keep going. I always say this in all of my videos: keep going, keep moving forward. And if you see anything or any situation or thing that's trying to bring toxicity and abuse and all the things that you don't want in your life, set boundaries. That's what I do. Establish boundaries. And if the boundaries are not respected, what I do is just cut off, block, and delete. Because at this point in my life, I don't have time for the negativity, the toxicity, because I've healed those things. And I continue to do that on a daily basis. And it's important, especially when you have a lot of grief due to loss. You see how short life is. We all are on borrowed time, people. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. It doesn't matter if you up in age or if you are in your 20s or 30s. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us because anything can happen at any given moment. And that's why we need to enjoy our life to the fullest and be of use, to help others. If you're going through something that was really difficult and that changed your life, and you're able to grow and heal through it, please talk about it because, whatever you did to get through it, somebody else may be going through currently what you've gone through. And if you speak about the ways you got through it, it may resonate with other people. That's why I come on this channel and I talk about these things to help others. And it also helps me to keep going as well. It's so important. Um, or you can take the pain and grief and turn it into an experience to grow and evolve. And as you grow and evolve, you can talk about, be a testimony to others. The important key factor is, besides to keep going, is to help other people as well so that they can grow and heal and move forward. And never give up on your healing and happiness, no matter how difficult it is. Certain things in life we have to fight, persevere, crawl, and chew through. It's not something that we can compromise. Self love is so important. And never allow anything or anyone to tell you you're not supposed to love yourself. Because, like I said, if you don't love you, then you won't take care of yourself, or self heal, or you won't heal. And how do you expect other people to love you if you don't love you? And, sometimes it's important on a daily basis to take time out of your schedule to take care of yourself, whether it's listening to music, playing the piano, walking by the beach, going for a walk. It doesn't have to be anything big, but something just for you, and it's important, you know, in life. I think it's important to write your own story and not let it play out any kind of way. We want happiness, we want to feel better, we have to work towards it, and we have to work on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be um very, where it's just like difficult. We can find creative ways to heal and do things like I just spoke about, and I uplift myself watching positive videos, things that make me laugh. Laughter is a medicine for a lot of things, and make sure that not only are you taking care of yourself, but you're not allowing the abuse. You're not putting yourself in a position to accept what you don't deserve, which is abuse, toxicity. You don't deserve that, and you don't deserve it. So why allow yourself to sit and put up with it? And just keep taking care of yourself and find good things to do. I like museums and things like that, aquariums, and just I like a lot of going to a restaurant I've never been to try out a new dish, and just talking to people, learning new things from them, and etc. Embrace life to the fullest. Even though you may be going through some difficult times, it doesn't have to be like that all the time. And what I'm looking forward to is embracing, after closing so many doors to the past and a lot of pain, etc., opening new doors, and making sure that the new doors I open brings me peace and happiness as well. It's important. Let us keep this going. Let's keep taking care of ourselves and talking about it. In the future, I want to probably do a live platform in person where I talk about some things and have a slideshow going. If you guys are interested in anything like that, tell me in the comment category what you want to hear and what's important to you. I would love to hear from you guys. And thank you for the new subscribers. Keep showing up at this channel. Sometimes the messages are going to be deep, intense, and other times it's going to be lighter. But please keep tuning in, subscribe to the channel. I can never tell you a time because of my schedule, but I will show up and be here. It's important because somebody someplace or a few people are going to hear this message and they're going to be uplifted from it. Like I said, many people, some people are, they don't like talking about their personal situation, but they can always show up and get uplifted here on this channel. And we do not judge others here or bring toxicity here, and let us keep this going. And guys, I'll be back for another message sometime tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and just keep taking care of yourself, and put some laughter in it, like something that makes you feel good, you know. It uplifts your spirit and keep you in good spirits. That's the message today, guys. Also, just stay someplace cool. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water and things because it's so hot today, like it was yesterday. And just keep taking care of yourself. And I will be back tomorrow with a new message. Thank you for being here. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.